Hey, what's up YouTube? Brick Breaks here, and today we will be reviewing movie 2007 Leader Class Optimus Prime. And shit, is this toy impressive. So here we are, there he is, and just like with the 2007 Bumblebee review, no original packaging. And I don't have any other boxes to show off, just like with that review. But here he is in his truck mode, and this thing is pretty huge. This truck mode is 11 inches long. Almost a whole foot of truck going on. And here he is. Pretty nice truck mode. Definitely much more gorgeous than the Studio series. Getting closer on the details. Got the front grille right there in that bland gray. Got the nice rivets and lights. The headlights done in that nice transparent blue. Autobot symbol. Got all the nice flamey goodness with the gold airbrush under the flames. Transparent windows and windshields. More flames on top. Flames on the side. More riveting action. Got the step ladders, smokestacks, the tanks, some giant rims. Coming up to the back, got blue flames on those wheel wells. Got the trailer hitch back there. There's the back. Got a big gap going on, but that's for the weapon storage. There's the back. There is the top. There is the bottom. You can kind of see how things are going to work out transformation-wise. He rolls, as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. And one thing I do want to point out is he has rubber tires. That's definitely something you don't see anymore. So because of his rubber tires, he rolls super smooth and quiet. You don't hear anything. Obviously, you hear something because of how old this thing is. And before we get down to the comparisons, I did want to point out that new Matrix in the background that was also in the Bumblebee review. It just wasn't lit up. No, but back to the review. Get them in the proper orientation. And for comparison, here is with the 2007 Deluxe Bumblebee with the messed up hood. Let's try that again. Here is with the 2007 Deluxe Bumblebee. There we go. As you can see, yeah. Leader class toys back then were huge. So there you go. And of course that hood popped out again. How dare you. Now as far as weaponry goes, you get this arm cannon. Really nicely detailed. You got the missile right there. I really love the smokestack detailing they put in here with those holes. And got the gap in there to go over his hand. Does shoot a missile. Kind of looks like one of those Lego missiles. And you can store this on the truck mode. Just lower this. There's a little tab right here, and there's a slot right in there. And it's supposed to just sit right there, but I'm not going to fully tab it in because it's going to be a pain in the ass to get it out for transformation. So we will just put it off to the side. And let's get down into the transformation. Now, oh god. The transformation, it's only 14 steps. Just raise this up a little bit. It's only a 14-step transformation, and it's going to be fairly simple once you learn it, but this transformation can be very, very fiddly. But we're going to do our best here. And, forgot to show off, he's got a nice gimmick in truck mode. Where's this back down? He does have lights and sounds. Got a button right here. Press that. Cab lights up and you got a truck horn. Definitely a pretty convincing truck horn. Let's actually get a look at that in the dark. Hey, now you know what it looks like without that lamp. Let's get all the lights off. And the Matrix, yeah, it's an awesome Matrix. That is just so cool. Kind of like headlights. Let's get these lights back on. But I just can't get over the fact that that's awesome. Transformation. And I'm not gonna try and spin him because he's huge and he's got rubber tires. Now, one cool thing I love about this figure is when we first see Optimus Prime in the first movie, when we see him pull up in that alleyway, when we see him transform for the first time, the front grille starts to come apart, and you can actually recreate that effect. Like, you can have him pull up and then you get that nice effect. So yeah, now this thing does not want to cooperate. Yeah, just a little FYI. But for first thing you want to do is just take these bumper pieces and slide them all the way out. Untab these panels. Push these panels down. Those will become his kneecaps. You get that nice emulated effect, and then we'll continue his transformation. Transforming giant things on camera. Never done it that much, and I hate it when I have to, but I'm gonna do it. Come back here and split these wheel wells and bring them down. I gotta raise up. Take these legs. After you split them, bring them down. Take these pieces, take these panels, fold them up, and collapse them up. There you have his kneecaps, and we'll finish off the feet. Again, slide this all the way out, and when you rotate this around, you're going to get some automorph. Just flip back the heel, same thing to the other foot. And the legs are basically done, except for the wheel wells. Obviously, we'll do those wheel wells for the final step. Next thing you want to do is come to these. Wait, before you do that, I want to take these black panels and just fold them up. Now, so now I want to take these, pull them up, unfold them, and then you want to take the entire back of the cab, split it and bring it around. Next you want to take this crotch piece, untab it, and straighten everything out. And here's the fiddly piece, the fiddly part. You want to take these gas cans and just rotate them around. If you don't have everything the way it is right now, you're going to have a hard time getting this rotated around. Take the step, fold that up. And take this panel, fold it around. Now, one important thing, when you're switching them back into truck mode, this panel will get in the way sometimes, but to make it not get in the way, it's on a double hinge, so just make sure it's all straightened out for when you're changing them back into truck mode. It'll just kind of bring this around and it'll friction peg right in there. It's not the most secure peg in the world, but whatever. Second verse, same as the first. God, I miss saying that. Bring this around. Bring this panel around and friction peg. And that backpack is all done. Next, you want to take this crotch piece and just bring it forward. And it'll just clip into the front of his body. As you can see, he's starting to come together. Alright, now, I want to take these pieces, fold them all the way out, bring this down, and if it hasn't already, take this panel, fold it down, flip the fist around, close that all up, untab it and bring the arm down, take this panel, lift it up, bring it around for a shoulder pad, take this piece, flip it up, and these pieces are supposed to tab in, but they're not that secure, whatever. And as usual, Kitty's second verse is the same as the first. Also, this thing's got a lot of ratchet joints. Alright, now for the wheel wells. Here's a part of the transformation I am not too much of a fan of. These wheel wells are gonna collapse them up and they'll just tab into his thighs. I'm perfectly fine with that part. As you can see, that looks okay. But these back wheel wells, you lift them up and they just sit there like that. Which I find that absolutely ugly, so I just leave them like that. Let's get this one tapped in. And now the legs are all done. Excuse me. Stop falling on me. Don't fall on me, Optimus. And of course, these back panels came undone when I was transforming the rest of him. I told you those pegs weren't secure enough. Let's get them in a good pose. Because what I'm about to show you is awesome. Let's raise this up a little bit. Alright, now, for the final step here, I love this. This little tab on his abdomen, we're gonna press that and we're gonna get an epic head reveal. I love that. In fact, let's get that with the lights off. Let's get this lamp off. Get these lights off. There we go. Again, Matrix. Awesome Matrix. I know, I just gotta find the abdomen piece. Now for the epic head reveal. That just looks kind of creepy. Let's put some light back in this room. And just for the hell of it, we're gonna do this one more time. Oh god, I love that. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is movie 2007 Leader Class Optimus Prime in his robot mode, and he looks awesome. And I know what you guys are gonna say in the comments. He's a little blocky, he's chunky. Yes, he is, but even though he's blocky, he's chunky. He's chunky, he's blocky, he looks good. He's fun to play with. Getting closer on his details. Got pretty nice head sculpt for the time. Got nice flames on his top of his chest. Got the actual chest itself. Overall, pretty accurate representation of the movie, of his animation model. He's got all the movie Optimus Prime cues. He's got these things next to his head. He's got the chest. The way that chest windows are oriented, he's got these pieces. He's got the weird abdomen. And he's got the wheels on the thighs. So, yeah. Oh, and, before we go over his articulation, there at the back. Articulation-wise, yes, I'm pretty good at articulation. The head is on a swivel. It does not do a full 360. The head's on a swivel. Arms are on a swivel. They're on a ratchet joint, really. They can do a full 360 on its off ratchet. The shoulder pad piece is on a ball joint, so it can move out of the way to accommodate the outward movement. Again, on a ratchet. It's got a lot of ratchet joints. Technically, he has a double jointed elbow, although this is his actual elbow and this is like his bicep. But due to the way he transforms, he's got that double joint. Oh, this guy's just falling over when I'm trying to show him off. Yeah, nothing at the wrists don't rotate. Oh no, wrist joints, worst toy ever. Shut up. Wait, this is way better. Each individual finger is on its own hinge. So you can get something like that, and the thumb is just on a ball joint. You can get something like that going on, which that's way better than rotating wrists. And since the thumb is on a ball joint, oh god, I love doing this. You can give you the thumbs up. Yes, I'm awesome. Bask in my awesomeness. I am sorry. Nothing in the waist. Legs are on a ratchet joint. Gonna move forward that far. Back that far because of all the junk on his legs. Outward that far. Almost do the full splits. He has thigh rotation and he has good knee range if you move the wheel wells out of the way. And the feet are on ball joints, so you get that nice movement. For being as blocky and chunky and old as he is quite posable. And of course, we can give him his weapon. Here's the weapon. That little slot in the weapon will just go over this tab. And you want to be careful with this because parts of this can break. When you're not using the cannon, that's basically storage. It's getting a little intrusive, but whatever. Now, you have this switch down here, and when you slide it, the cannon goes over his arm, and these two barrels come out. So basically, that's part of it. Basically, that happens. And obviously, you can shoot that missile, but I've already showed that off. And now, Optimus will epically blow up your face with his arm cannon that he just transformed out of his arm. Pretty convincing, actually. So, there you have that. And now, for comparison, here he is with the Studio Series Leader Class Megatron with his body fully extended. So yeah, 2007, 2019. Leader classes have gotten a little smaller over the years, but that actually kind of works for me. So there you have that. And of course, here he is with 2007 Deluxe Bumblebee. If I can get him to stand. There you go. He's a big boy. Precious, so precious. So yeah, that's basically it. All there is to say about this amazing figure right here. Now, I know what you guys are going to be asking me in the comments. Are you going to review the Revenge of the Fallen version of this figure? If I can find one for a cheap price, because shit, those things are expensive. But yeah, that's basically all there is to talk about this figure. Now, would I recommend him? Hell yes. If you don't have this figure in your collection, you need to go to your online retailer of choice, eBay, Amazon, whatever. Find him, buy him, you will not be disappointed. Oh, and before I sign off, I just want to give a little shout out to a good buddy of mine who provided me with this figure. It's the same guy who provided me with Bumblebee. But that's what I was saying. Find him, buy him. You will not be disappointed with this thing. I sure as hell am not disappointed with this thing. Ever since I received it yesterday, basically, I've been having a lot of fun with this. So, yeah, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at AidenMF1031. There'll be a link in the description down below. If I can, I'll try. Never done that before, but there might be a link in the description down below. Same with the Bumblebee review, if it's not already out. But, yeah, don't forget to check out my other Transformers reviews and my channel in general. So there is 2007 Leader Class Optimus Prime, and this is Brick Breaks signing off.